right, this is the last part of the speech. When we, when you came in, if anybody wants to write a check to the headlines, can write a check to PEP Environment, because there's an organization called Promoting Enduring Peace that has agreed to be our fiduciary agent. And so it's the end of the year. If you want a tax deduction, you can take advantage of that. And James Van Pelt and Jeffrey Larson are both here from the organization, so you can speak with them.
Tell them about Peace News while you
Peace News is the blog of Promoting Enduring Peace, peacenews.org. So I'm gonna talk.
And who runs that?
Hey, all right, get that guy outside. So when we realized that PE Peace was ready to assume the responsibility of fiduciary agent, we said, let's do this meeting before the end of the year. So here we are, and in case you haven't realized, you're actually trapped. The wine, the water, and the food are all spiked. And so drink up. There's lots to go around. But we're here because of you. We're here for you. And now's the time to write a check or to put it on your to-do list. Anything helps at this point, from $5 to $250,000. I knew that would get a laugh, but that's really what we're looking to raise, because that's what we need to keep this thing going, and not just to keep it growing, but to to grow and expand. We need a website. I mean, the current site looks great, but there's so much more that could be done. I look at USA Today every once in a while, and it's like, wow, if this was environmental news, Boston.com has the hyper-local stuff. I don't know if any of you have seen that, but people can just write their own stories about what's going on in their own community. So there's just a lot that can be done. And we need to be able to pay me, and we need to be able to pay people like Matt and Nathan and Sleep. And when this happens, people will come together, and not just us, not just the stakeholders, the people in this room. We need a real basis to continue the work we've been doing, and take this to other states. So what else? We're looking to get schools involved. I think Matthew's going to talk a little bit about that. Just not much longer. Just bear with us. We're seeking students as interns and sort of community ombudsmen. I know Joel's interested in with tell me Common Ground in New Haven. They can do community service, blog, write and report, do photography, social networking, and they're so interested in it. And so many schools have environmental programs now too. So that's very cool. So take advantage of that if you would like. A little bit about Promoting Enduring Peace. They're with us because the environment and peace go hand in hand. Environmental education is part of their mission. You can't have peace if you're fighting for oil that's been wreaking havoc on our atmosphere for generations, and you can't have a healthy environment, after any sort of bomb's been dropped, nuclear or otherwise. Children looking for live landmines in Cambodia and Afghanistan and so on. Environmental challenges ignore political boundaries. They require long-term perspective. They encourage local, non-governmental participation, the same kind we're looking for here. They're based in New Haven. They've been around since 1952. 30 years ago, I was preparing for a cross-country bicycle ride for disarmament because I wasn't comfortable with the fact that nuclear bombs were aimed at my country. And yeah, I was an idealistic teenage peacenik back then, but my journey, and where's Ken? Ken Yonke still here? Ken, my journey, and as Ken might say, my story continues with the environment, with peace, and with the world. It's a fun, interesting, and at times challenging journey, and some would say this partnership with PE Peace is providential, actually. So Most importantly, it can be beneficial for all of us, not just for tax purposes. But while PE Peace works for the fusion of the peace, environmental, and social justice movements, we're going to be working to protect the environment here and around the world. So, and we need your help. So that's really the message. I'm sure everybody gets it. And if you're not prepared, we have little cute printed envelopes over there for you to take home. Thank you everyone very much for coming, listening, and thank you all for your support.
Chris?
That's, yes.
Have you talked to people, you probably have, in other states about starting, you know, local versions of this, say Vermont or Massachusetts or?
Maine is the only state that I know of that has something that even comes close to environmental headlines. But no, but we're, you know, that's in the vision.
Yeah, I was thinking of maybe like a franchise that you could, you know, actually help a state get it going.
Yeah, we would like to do that, and I think they'd like it too. So. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
It's a very beautiful question to ask, because if you look at the website, you'll see it's a template. And it really is very easily migratable into other states. And Nathan has this as his vision. He shared that with us, that he has contacts all over the country that we're going to work with in larger states, obviously. First, you know, California, Texas, Florida, you name it. And we're going to move this thing out. But first we have to make it bold in this state. Really strong and bold, and get a foothold here that's believable. I'm here because I love what they're doing, but I'm primarily here because of the two young ladies behind you at the table, because I love my kids, and I love kids in general. I'm a teacher by trade, and my kids are vital, and I believe that the kids of our future are why we should all be here, because the environment is messed up, and we need to give it a chance to turn it around. We've had people from different schools here, and I'm glad to see that the charter schools are here. Sound School is very interested in this stuff. We had someone from the city of New Haven here. We'll be meeting with guidance counselors everywhere in the state to talk to students about community service, which is vital that they get engaged in something about themselves, about their future. Here is an opportunity.